Hello Tab Nation, it's Tom, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Normally my channel is like 90% auto hotkeys, but today we're going to be branching out a little bit and just talk about what is Python. I will eventually do a few other videos in Python teaching you how to use it for automation, but today we're just going to learn kind of a little bit about what it is. That way you can see if it's something that's going to fit your needs in your business, your gaming, what have you. So up in the corner there, we have the logo for Python. And let's get started. So what is Python? It's a very high-level, object-oriented, open-source programming language. Open source is sometimes referred to as freeware, but Python is still very well supported, which is always great. You're going to have that reliability with, any bugs getting fixed, maybe new features in the future, that kind of thing. In order to save it, if you watch any of the auto hotkeys videos, it's your file name .ahk, but with Python, we're going to be using .py. Now, you don't have to capitalize it like I did right here. That I just kind of put there to emphasize it a little bit better. It's not going to be case sensitive, so you'll be fine. Now, a few things about why Python is so popular is one is quality first. It's very easy to write software that you can reuse and maintain very easily, and it was really designed to raise development quality expectations in the scripting world. Now, this means it's going to have very clear syntax, it's going to be very coherent design, and it's really going to make you have to write good code, which is great because if you work at a company, you might be moving to a new team or even a new role or even maybe a new job where you're not going to be working on your scripts that you originally created or were handed down to you in the first place. It's going to make it very easy for the new person to come in and really understand what your code was, what it was meant to do. Another thing is productivity. This is also very good in the business world. It's going to be optimized for speed of development. Coders must write scripts that both the computer can execute and for others to code and maintain it so it's easy to understand. Long after the code's been written, long after you're gone, somebody's going to be able to pick up that project and really just kind of go with it, not having to learn a whole bunch about what you were doing. As long as they understand their role, hopefully they do. Another one, which I always really like with Python, is its portability. Python runs on almost every computer system you can really imagine. This is even like super powerful computers, your personal laptop at home. It can run on mainframes, even portable devices, and it's supported by Linux, Mac, and Windows, which if you do auto hotkeys, really all you got is Windows. So this is kind of a good alternative to auto hotkeys when it comes to automation, is because of just how diverse it is. And the other good reason for it is integration. It works great with other tools. Programs in Python can call out existing C, C++ libraries, which is absolute awesome. It can even talk to Java classes, integrate with COM, and more. Or COM. That should be COM. Misspelled there. It even can call C and Java API functions, which is another great thing. This just really makes it very universal in just the flexibility of what you can do. Now, a little bit of history about Python, because that's always fun to know. It was created back in 1990 by, if I say this wrong, I'm sorry, Guido van Rossum, a Dutch programmer, while working at a company called CWI in Amsterdam. Now, don't let the name of the snake fool you. It's not actually named after the Python snake. It's actually named after the BBC 1970s comedy Monty Python's Flying Circus, which the developer was a huge fan of. If you have no idea what that is, you should definitely watch it. I recommend starting with The Holy Grail. It was pretty funny. Or The Life of Brian. Definitely Google some of that. It was created to be an advanced scripting language for the Amoeba system and operating system back in the day. I think I said that right. Now, what is it good for? What are you going to use this for? Well, it's good because it's used in a wide variety of ways. Unfortunately, there's so many ways to like use it that I really can't give you a full like circle answer on it. Just know that it's very diverse. But some of the common things that people will use it for, we got system utilities such as portable command lines, testing systems. It's great for internet scripting. You got Java applets, XML, ASP, lots of different email tools that you can use it for, which is really cool, especially for automation. I always love automating emails that go out a lot. It's also great for GUIs, GUI, graphical user interface. It can also work with APIs such as TK, MFC, GNOME, KDE. If you don't know what any of those are, just give them a quick Google. You can see what still can be used with that kind of stuff. It's also really great, once again, kind of going back to the C and C++ library thing. You can use it for front-end, product customization, so just component integration in general. It's going to be really great. And if you know auto hotkeys, it's very similar to C++, so you'll really be able to flow with it a lot easier if you've already learned that language since you're on my channel, and that's most of my videos. It worked great with database access using SQL databases, distributed programming with clients, or APIs, rapid prototyping. This is another one of my favorite things. Why it's useful is it's very easy to just throw it away. Basically what I like to call skeleton scripts. There's a lot of people out there who are very visual, so you can explain, here's what I want my program to do, but it really helps if you can make a quick like skeleton program that kind of gives the idea of what you're trying to deliver to either your company or your client. So it's really easy to develop a very simple sample, show them, they like it, then you can, dive a little bit more into the more complex code once they understand it, which is great because people like to make lots of changes before you code. So don't waste your time. Just make a simple script for your presentation. That's what I have always done. Well, now, on the other side of what is good for, well, what is it not good for? It's honestly not as fast as static compiled languages such as C. Usually, it really isn't the best tool for delivery of performance on critical components. I don't think anybody's really going to see that too much as a downside. It's still pretty quick. We're talking sometimes like very simple seconds that might not be worth your time, and you still want to use Python. It's really kind of a case scenario where you just got to figure out, should I be using this because of, my performance issues could be a problem in the future. Really, you're going to know better about that than I would. Instead of computationally intensive operations, it can be implemented as a compiled extension to Python and code it in low-level languages such as C, which is why multiple times I've mentioned C and C++ is really great to kind of work alongside with Python. So that was a very brief intro to what is Python. I will be expanding, doing some videos. If you have any ideas of what you want to see me automate or talk about in Python, definitely let me know in the comments below. I am expanding my channel just a little bit outside of auto hotkeys. I'm going to be doing some stuff like HTML, CSS, Python obviously, and a few other languages, along with some hardware videos, which I have already done. So hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll have some more of these coming out soon. I will see you on the next one.